Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Apologies if the lighting is really weird. We are suffering a heat wave in London, and so it's so bright on this side of the flat and so dark on this side, so I think I look like a bit of a ghost. But also the door is cranked wide open because it is only 8:45 in the morning and it is already 25 degrees. It is so hot. I've already taken Lola out for a walk. She's pooped next to me on the sofa. She hasn't actually pooped, she's asleep. That's what I meant when I said pooped. But anyway, less of that. Let's get into today's video because I have been so keen to do this video for such a long time, and I've just come back from a trip from Nice with my sister and my mum, and I'd been thinking about it that whole trip because it feels a little bit different in terms of my normal videos, but also so complimentary and a no-brainer to want to do it. But I think I am somebody that is wanting to be a full-time traditionally published author, and this account was created to record and showcase my journey from being a full-time corporate girly in London to hopefully reaching my dream of getting a literary agent and then becoming a traditionally published author. But so many parts of my life outside of just the writing really fundamentally help get me there and are such a huge part of who I am as a person that I think I want to show that a little bit more. I know I do some videos where I show how I balance everything and how I do a work from home day, and I'll show you that I go to the gym, and then I'll show you how I walk Lola and where I fit writing in, and then how busy work is. But I don't think that I fully give as much credit to talking about those extra things or showing you them, and they are a huge part of me. So I think I want to do a bit more of like showing my lifestyle as much as showing writing. But I think I don't talk about the changes I've made in my lifestyle that have helped and propel me towards reaching my author dreams, because to have a dream alongside a full-time job, you have to be immensely disciplined and dedicated to it. But also there's other things that are complementary to it. So going back to my health journey, over the past year, I have got the fittest, the strongest, the healthiest I ever have. My food has changed. I was diagnosed with polycystic ovaries years ago. And even though there's loads of research out there that talks about high protein diets or what you should be doing, there's so much research. Not a doctor, by the way, don't take my advice or anything like that. But I did a lot of research myself, and I've suddenly had so much more motivation to listen to that research and to use it and get better and get healthier. And in that health journey, I fundamentally believe that my writing has improved because of it. And I know that sounds a bit wild, but I think having really good healthy habits alongside juggling a really busy day to day is what keeps you going. I have so much energy. I'll walk everywhere in London. One of the biggest commitments I made, and this is a slight tangent, is to walk where I can instead of tube. And just that in itself, just that little lifestyle change has given me so much more energy to be able to then go on long walks with Lola and Tom, give myself this clear headspace, because exercise releases endorphins, and then I feel so wired and awake and happy that I can then think about my writing or feel energized to sit and do a writing session. So all of that's to say, I think I really want to show you a bit more of the other things that I do and talk about them just as much as I talk about the actual writing and the actual editing I'm doing, because I love watching how people juggle their normal lives. And I know I've mentioned that before. And so it'll be very similar to my videos of how I juggle things, like a day in the life. But I think I'm going to talk about and give more credit to the things like the fitness journey that I'm on and the health journey I'm on, but also like other things of like in London and being out with friends. So this video is going to be a little bit more of an insight into the habits that I have outside of writing that definitely make me a better writer. So without further ado, let's get into it. It is Saturday morning. Today on the cards, we've got a morning workout, which is an hour session. Usually it's 45 minutes, but it's an hour on a Saturday. And it is a hybrid workout. So it'll be cardio plus resistance. I'm doing that with my friend Laurel. She's recently become a member of the same gym as me as well. And she's bringing another friend who's using ClassPass that I know. So we're going to go to that. Hopefully I can film something there. It depends who the trainers are, because my usual trainers are not here. They're both on holiday, and usually I would ask them and not be scared. So if it's a nice trainer that I know and I really like, I will be like, hey, can you do some filming? But we'll see. We're going to go to that. And then I do have loads of stuff to do to unpack from Nice, the flat. I need to get it sorted, and I also need to meal prep. So this weekend I'll show you how I meal prep, because that also fits into it. I'll show you all the workouts that I do. I will talk about those. I will go into my writing, but enough of a babble. Let's get into it. I've got 45 minutes until my class starts, so I'm going to go unpack a little bit, get as much chores done as I can. I need to write a to-do list for this weekend, because type A, I always write a to-do list. And we're going to get into a weekend of fitness, writing, and resetting. So I'm bright red and sweaty after my class. It was an hour hybrid workout, which was a smack back to reality after being in Nice for a week. I did go running while I was in Nice and did one gym session, but I've not done a hybrid workout for so long. And I think I'm going to sign up to a High Rocks in December, potentially with one of the coaches at my gym, which is terrifying, but I wanted her to pace me and guide me through it. Hence why I asked her to do it with me. And she actually said yes. I thought she'd say no. So that's exciting. And another goal that I'm working towards outside just being a writer, which is mind-blowing. I don't know how I'm going to fit it all in, but at least it will help give me something in the December month. And also while it gets darker and everything like that in autumn, winter, it will be something to work towards and distract myself from going dark again. I'm not looking forward to that. We've already had the longest day of the year, but that workout was so tough. Usually it's 45 minutes. It was an hour. But it was really good. I love hybrid workouts, which is why I'm now on the High Rocks cult bandwagon. Still need to do some more chores in between when I spoke to you and when I went to the gym session. I just did a load of washing. There's still so much to tidy and unpack, and then I need to write my to-do list. And I've got my Asda food shop arriving this afternoon, and then I might meal prep tomorrow, I think. But I have so much to do in terms of writing because I have been doing Curtis Brown Creative Edit and Pitch Your Novel course, and the final week, they release every Thursday online classes. They released while I was on holiday. I need to go through those this weekend. Then I'm done with that one. And then I'm doing a summer school in 2 weeks. So they've given us materials to have a look at before the summer school starts. So I need to prioritize that today. I also need to write my maid of honor speech for my sister's wedding. So that's another thing on the radar this weekend, but it's just going to be, I'm going to go through my to-do list when I've done it, but it is going to be mega. I can already feel it. I already started writing it on my phone when I was on holiday. But yeah, I'm so glad I went back to training. It felt really good. That's the thing, is I now feel so good today. I'm going to get some electrolytes down me and then carry on with the chores. It's really exciting. I'm very much looking forward to just getting everything settled, sorted, washing done, everything ordered that I need to order, random bits on Amazon that I've run low on and everything like that. So that is all I had to say. My videos at the gym were absolutely shoddy today because I had FOMO. And I was thinking in the class, I was like, Flo, if you're going to do more like lifestyle vlogs on YouTube and show everything, not just you writing at home on your own, you're going to have to get confident with filming. But I'm going again tomorrow. And I think the coaches that, if I say I'm filming a YouTube video, they will love it and they will get me so much content. I think they are teaching tomorrow. So if they are, then the content will be so much better and you'll see the difference between what I did today and what I do tomorrow. But I need to get more confident with it because I follow a really good YouTuber. I love him. Tom and I watch him together. His name's like Andrew Russell. And the reason that I love his videos is because he's similar to me, but not because he's an absolute fitness, High Rocks, marathon running fitness person. But he is a full-time NHS doctor and I love his vlogs because he shows how he fits his training into his night shifts at the hospital and his normal life. And I really resonated with that. And I think it's also what inspired me to be like, I should show more of everything I do, not just my writing, because while obviously it's good to have a niche, and I do have my niche, which is that I'm an aspiring author, I think it's just so interesting to see how people juggle their passion with their reality almost, or their obligations or things that they have to do. And I am loving showing more of that side of me. And I just love I love his stuff. And then when I meal prep this weekend, I think maybe I'll go through also some of the resources that I found that have helped with my health and fitness journey as well. So I've got that to look forward to tomorrow because it is meal prep day tomorrow, I think, the day before work, because otherwise it will not stay fresh. But I'm babbling now because I'm tired and I need a drink and I need to eat and refuel, do some chores, and then get to my writing and get to my long to-do list. Oh, and I have to do my shark mask, obviously, because I love my shark mask. So let's get on with it. Hello, so it is 7:30 or almost 7:30 in the evening. I've had a very productive day, but also at the same time, my brain is just completely frazzled from everything I've done. Completely sorted out the flat, did all the washing. I've got one last wash finally in, but it's just my running trainers because they're all dusty and gross. So that is great. And then I was doing some of my writing course and the videos were just so long. Like I was sat on the balcony doing them. And then my friend came to in my neighborhood and she was like, oh, I'm just popping to Lululemon. Do you want to come? And I was like, absolutely. So we went and we got a coffee. I did take Lola with me because even though it's kind of hot, it's really breezy around here. So we did that. And then they were showing Wimbledon on this TV screen. So we tried to plonk Lola in the shade, but she just kept wanting the sun. And yeah, we just had a huge catch up because I hadn't seen her for so long. And it kind of reminded me to make sure that in weekends I carve time out to see people and be social, because otherwise it's so easy for me to just sit here, write, go to the gym, walk Lola, and that's it. And it's so hard to balance socializing, full-time job plus writing. It is so hard because you want to give writing everything on the weekends and like evenings and stuff. And I think that's why I love going to my gym as much as I do, because all the instructors chat to me, they follow me on social media, like we follow each other, like we're like friends. So it doesn't feel like I'm not being social. If I just went to that gym and did nothing else all day, I would have still got a hit of socializing, if that makes any sense. That's why I love it so much. And I think that's genuinely why my health journey has transitioned so much, is because those gym classes are so fun. And I find myself looking forward to it so much. And I genuinely put that down to like my health and fitness journey has transitioned because I found something I enjoy that I do. So I'm going again tomorrow morning. It is a resistance class tomorrow and it's only 45 minutes. But I just saw on social media that I think the instructor that normally gets really good content of me is in Greece. So you might end up with the tragic content again or no content at all. I'm not sure, but hopefully I will get some in there. But yeah, so I ended up doing the course. Then I went to meet my friend, which was absolutely delightful. Weather was really great for Lola as well. I think she was feeling a bit cooped up because we only went out this morning. And then I came back and finished a task that I have to do for the final edit and pitch your novel course with Curtis Brown, final week 6 stuff. I have to give them 3,000 words, a synopsis and a query letter following all the tips that they've given us. So I've written that, I've done it, but I'm gonna post it tomorrow morning. I think I'm gonna read through it just with a fresh mind and make sure I've submitted it. Then for the summer intensive course that I'm doing with them in their actual offices, I thought I had a task to do, but I don't. So I just saved all the materials down and that was an easy tick off the list. And now I have just run a bath so I can let my muscles soak. I bought this like muscle soak salt stuff for how much I've been exercising. So I'm hoping that tomorrow when I do resistance, I can really push it with the weights because I will feel not sore. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I haven't watched the Amazon Prime have put out Every Summer After, which is a book to TV series adaptation, and because I've been so busy I've not watched it, so I'm going to watch that tonight. And Tom has a new job, so I'm working on a joint budget for us together, like a finance tracker, because we want to think about like what we would want to do when we no longer want to live in this apartment anymore, and we do question the longevity of London, but that's a whole other conversation that is just too much to get into right now. So we're doing a budget so that we can look to save some money for our next place, basically, wherever that may be. And that is the final task for today. The maid of honor speech is going to wait for tomorrow because again, I think that might be a fun task, not like a work-based task. So most of my writing stuff is done today. I do need to make a few tweaks. I proofread my novel over the 2 weeks before I went on holiday and I do have some notes, but again, those are quite mindless and you can do them in front of the telly because it will be just like a fix this comma here, move this here. So that is less stressful tomorrow. So I'm going to have a bath, watch this TV series, do my finance budget tracker in front of the TV. Then tomorrow we've got another gym class, walking Lola, and then some of the writing to-do lists. So you will see that again tomorrow. So let's go and have this bath and soak these muscles. Good morning, happy Sunday. I have no mic, so I'm sure this sounds really bad, but I'm out walking Lola. It's really quiet and it's really overcast, which is great because it's nice and cool. I slept so bad last night, so bad. I think it was the heat, but I've got the gym when I get back from the walk. but hopefully like an hour in between to do like the last chorey bits before having a meal prep day. So yeah, happy Sunday. I got back from walking Lola and managed to upload the final task after reading it through for my Curtis Brown creative course. So that is completely done and completely marked off, which was very good because it is 9:30 on a Sunday morning. But I'm so tired. It was so hot last night. I just, couldn't sleep. And then I also realised I had a coffee with my friend and it was probably like 5 p.m. when I had that coffee. I should have done decaf. I wonder whether that was it as well. But hopefully this means that when I get an early night tonight, because I haven't woken up early for work, like as early as I normally do for a week, because obviously I've been on holiday, hopefully when I do that I'll be okay. So yeah, I can fall asleep. But talking of sleeping, absolutely pooped. Dog has walked, gym class is done, late breakfast has been had, but no shower yet. When I got back, I ordered a Garmin on Amazon yesterday in the sale. It was reduced and I had to wait for it to arrive because you need the one-time passcode, and it was like, do I shower, do I not? So I didn't, and I got on with my sister's maid of honor speech and the time just left me. I haven't finished it yet, but still got more to do. But the Garmin has arrived, so I thought I would unbox it and then I'm going to shower and then I'm going to start doing my meal prep. It is actually only 10 to 1 and I'm so happy that I did so much of the writing stuff yesterday because I don't have any of that hanging over me. If I have time to do my manuscript, I'm definitely going to do that. I basically proofread it and now I just have notes. I think I mentioned this yesterday actually, but now I have notes to go through. But I thought I'd put the Garmin on charge, and then I know I did a workout just now, but part of me is with a new toy. When it gets a bit cooler later, like still really breezy today, which is so good, which is why I've got a long sleeve on. But I'm going to take Lola out in the evening when it gets cooler and maybe we'll do a little run if it's not too hot, or I'll just test the pace of my watch and not do anything proper. But I figured I'd have to charge it anyway. I'm making a mess of this because I'm holding my microphone, but she's so cool. I'm in my fitness era. I'm going to charge it while I meal prep and shower and then set it up. I'm going to drop the mic while I just open this. She's very cool. I got her in white. I didn't get the new all singing, all dancing one. I got one just below that because I only want it for running. Basically, I'm trying to improve my 5K. Currently, I do a 5K in about 29 minutes. I'd love to get it 25 minutes or even sub 25 minutes. But because I have an Oura ring and I use Strava on my phone, the pacing isn't accurate. So I'm going to do that. I found loads of good Instagram videos of like how to improve your pace. So when Tom's back from his stag do and he actually feels like running, we might do it together where he can time me and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to put this on charge and then I'm going to make the snack first, which is coconut vanilla protein balls, because I used to eat a lot of protein bars. This was what I was going to say when I mentioned sort of like deep diving into sort of changes I've made. I think that my diet has really helped with concentration, my cycle, and just my PCOS symptoms anyway. But part of that has been I used to eat a lot of protein bars to up my protein. That's one thing that they say with PCOS is you need a high protein diet. So I've been loving tofu, eating really high protein veggie diet with Tom because he's a vegetarian and has been his whole life. And then meal prepping lunches. But the doctor said you need to increase your fiber. So I have to eat 2 kiwis a day, chia seeds soaked in yogurt. And that's really helped because basically every time I was eating something, I would just get pain in my stomach here. And it just like hurt as if I'd done an ab workout or something, and I was really bloated. So that's been really good and really helped. But the other thing I was eating to increase my protein was protein bars, but they are artificially made. So I was looking at different snacks that I can make my own, and Tom hasn't loved them because he doesn't love peanuts or like peanut butter. Every time you make your homemade protein balls or protein bars, they have a lot of peanut butter in, but I told him he just kind of needs to get over it because otherwise you're going to have to eat the artificial grenade bars and stuff like that. And they're really expensive. So I've been toying with a few different recipes. Hopefully today, this is the first time I'm doing protein balls. Hopefully that will be good. And then for lunch meal prep, we do this thing called like cowgirl salad. I will put the name of the doctor who does loads of recipes and like non-soggy salad meal prep in the description, but she has a cowgirl salad which is like chickpeas and black bean, and I'm gonna make sort of a version of it today. I've saved a recipe that I want to make, and I normally do 3 days worth of meal prep because I work from home Wednesday and Friday, so I'll meal prep for the Monday, Tuesday, give enough for Tom as well, and then I'll make a bit more on the Wednesday or just buy something on the Thursday while I'm out and about, because Tesco do these like grain bowls. I bought one yesterday. They're so good. They're like £4.75 or something, and there's one chicken fajita flavour, beetroot and feta, and they're just so easy when you want to get your protein in and you want to hit all of the macros that you need to hit. And it's just so easy. So obviously it's cheaper to make my own. So that's what I'm going to do today. Do some black bean Mexican tofu bowl I found because Tom loves a Mexican. So that is on the agenda now. I'm going to go shower, charge the Garmin, read the instructions so I don't break it, and then get to meal prepping and then maybe finish the maid of honor speech later. But I'm feeling good. It is 5-1. I did also just now watch a little bit of Every Year After. It's not, I called it Every Summer After yesterday, but Every Year After on Amazon Prime. Really good. Did not rate the book, but I'm enjoying this TV series so far. So I've got that, keep me going as well. Got to make sure I do actually rest and chill out today so that I'm ready for the next 4 days at work before I'm off on annual leave again. So it's almost 20-4 and I've finally finished meal prepping after I think an hour and 40 minutes. And I made 2 lots of meal prep for 2 days, some for Tom, some for me to take to the office. And I made protein balls. And honestly, this like reminds me why I hate cooking. I genuinely dislike it. And at my old company, we used to get lunch given to us every day. And it definitely wasn't the healthiest. Definitely don't think they were high in protein or good for you because they were like made off site. Who knows? Anyway, I'm absolutely babbling because I'm so dead from making that food. But I made a tofu taco bowl and I found that recipe on Instagram, and then I found just a simple protein ball recipe, which was really easy, but I just don't know that I can smell them and I'm like, I don't know that I'm going to like them. But a lot of this is very trial and error. But I think for me, I need to keep my meal preps a lot more simple than what I just did because it takes up so much time. And as someone that's trying to write a book and get a publishing deal alongside exercising and doing their day-to-day job, I do find the meal prep side of things and the health conscious side of things quite time consuming. But I know that because I'm educating myself on what food to eat, that over time this will get quicker. And one really good thing is Tom is actually starting a new job mid-August that is fully remote apart from 1 day a week in the office, and that's the day that I work from home. He's only going to start doing 3 days a week and then he's going to go to full time a little bit later, so he's hit the jackpot. But it also means I can take a lot off my plate, which is what I actually love, because he's always like to me, you're so driven and I'm so type A and stuff. Like all of the videos that I show of what I do on a weekend is like super productive weekends, and I do really struggle to switch off. I really do. But actually Nice I did switch off, which was great. So getting back into it this weekend with all the stuff that I just forgotten about while I was on holiday was a huge hit in the face. And the fact that I'm here on my own. If Tom was here, because he's on holiday at the moment, if he was here, he would have taken the bins out for me. Like, he takes loads off me when I'm trying to be really productive, and I know that he would have helped with the food. Or when he starts his new job, I think he's going to be the one that does the meal prep, which will be so good because it then means I can still be healthy, still stick to my health and fitness goals while not sacrificing time writing or just relaxing. I think Tom would much rather that I just sat here and binge watched that Prime series and just switched off than cooked. He would have done that because he enjoys it. So that is just like out loud thought of the struggles that I do have being so type A, but also having so many goals and trying to keep all the good habits in place to help me reach those goals. It is not easy, it is difficult, but my plan for the rest of the day is I actually think I'm going to sit and watch that Amazon Prime Every Year After TV show because I'm really enjoying it and it's just nice to sit and watch it. I think I might go for a run just to try my Garmin out at 6:30, but do like 2K. I'm not going to do anything crazy. And then what have I got? I need to finish the Maid of Honor speech, but like that, I don't need to rush. It's end of August. So again, I think I might just be being type A, and I've written a start of it, which is good. And then I'm sure I'll edit it a lot over time, but just need to pack my bag for work. I'm going to watch a few YouTube videos on how to use this watch. Meal prep is done, thank God for that. And I'm just now going to sit and watch the rest of episode 3 of Every Year After and just switch off my brain because it's so wired after making that food. I hate it. I hate cooking. Tom, come back and save me. I'm being really lazy and filming on my front phone camera, so I know that the noise in the background is going to be massive. Oh, Lola's come to say hi. Saying hello? Yeah? I feel so much less agitated than when I spoke to you after I'd done my food prep because I took myself for a run and I tested my new watch out. One bump in the road was that it was set to miles and not kilometers, so I had no idea about my pace, and that was the whole reason I got this watch, so I need to fiddle with those settings. I watched an episode of Every Year After while doing like a couple of bits, finished my sister's Maid of Honor speech. It is, oh, it's loud outside. What is the time? 20 to 7, so I'm going to make some dinner, finish watching this series and do nothing else productive so that I really unwind ahead of going back to work for 4 days tomorrow. So yeah, thank you for spending the weekend with me. I hope you enjoyed, oh hello Lola. I hope you enjoyed seeing like the good habits that I have and a very, very type A overproductive weekend after coming back from holiday to completely reset. But I hope it was nice to have a bit of insight into the other things that I do outside of writing that mean a lot to me and keep me very happy. But if there's anything else you want to see, let me know in the comments. But I will see you in the next video.